What's up guys, welcome to another season of Warships. It is indeed season 21, Protos. We're going to jump in and take a look, and I'm going to show you how I've gotten from a rank 11 to almost rank 13 using heavies. Who didn't see that one coming? So stay tuned and I'll show you again how to heavy rush again. So yeah guys, like I said, it is the dreaded heavy rush again. Tech wise, all I've done first thing this morning is maxed out my landing craft, maxed out the shock bomb, heavies, building health, mines, and then I went to 3 straight away, headed for the flare, which is now tick 4. I then went back for flamethrowers and troop health and boom mines, maxed out the boom mines, and almost maxed out troop health and flamethrowers. Those are my next 2 priorities. And then moving on, we're going to be going through the Rainmaker up to Dr. Vitamin. So that's kind of the tech plan right now. Like it did change at some point. Going to need to pick up cannons because they're pretty good against heavy rush and slowing down all those grindy attacks. The Zookas, which I missed in the sneak peek, I do apologise for that. Are in fact the vampire Zookas, and what that means is as they deal damage to buildings, they will get a little bit of their health back. So if they're being shot at by a machine gun and they shoot at it, when the shot lands on the machine gun and does the damage, their health bar will get topped up. So that's what the vampire Zookas do. I would say skip them. I did put a few ticks into them just to try them out, and yeah, they're just way too slow. A heavy rush is dull as it is, it's still the meta, it's going to be quicker. So okay, so the deck layout then, what I went with to start off with is I had an ER down the far right, and then one in the middle, and then one over to the far left, with all the defenses and that spread out down that right side. But it worked alright from like a rank 11 to 12, so it wasn't too bad. But once you start putting some levels into your machine guns and your flamethrowers and stuff, go to a clumped base and absolutely litter the path with mines and stuff, and force those fizzles from the heavy hits. Even if they still get all your ERs, chances are it'll be slower because they won't have as many heavies shooting at the ERs, so the ERs themselves will fall slower than what they will if they've got all 8 boats of heavy still. So it's not about always stopping the attack dead, it's just about slowing them down. Let's jump into some attacks. On some of the bases that have got better defended ERs at the back, what I'm doing is I'm just letting them farm up a few defenses off the beach, and then once they get through them, I'm flaring onto the first ER. Once that goes down, we're then timing that flare perfectly to the next ER, just as the first ER explodes, so you don't lose that 1 or 2 seconds of the flare in the air. And the reason why I farmed up those few defenses is to give you enough GBE to shock this stuff and then repeat the shock if you need to. It's a little bit slower, but it will mean you get all the ERs. But when it comes to the naked bases, kind of like this one who's got no flamethrowers and things like that, and his mines are in really bad positions, you want to be going straight to ER to ER to ER. This is like the quickest way you can do it. And it's all about timing that reflare. So when the first ER is about to pop, you want the next flare to land at the exact same time. So the heavies don't stop and have to wait for the flare to land. It's just 1 ER to the next, boom, boom, boom. I'll give you a time of like 3:10, 3:15, just for the sake of showcasing the heavy Zooka style attack. Mine are only tick 4, so keep that in mind. There's no troop damage yet, so keep that in mind. But compared to a heavy rush, this is a lot slower. Hey guys, editor Aaron here. Whilst I was editing the video, Lolo was kind enough to send me a clip of an attack using all Zooka, or all vampire Zooka. As you can see, they are actually okay, they're not too bad. He's farming up a few defenses and taking out that first ER, and then Hail Marying the other 2, and just using shocks to help get the girls there. Obviously, this isn't going to work on bases that have loads of mines between the ERs along the path, but it is an option there, potentially, should you want to try it out. So I wanted to show you an example of them being used alright, okay-ish, But like I said, I still think heavies are going to be better. So make your own mind up, see what you think. I went with 4-4. So 4 boats of heavies, 4 boats of the Vampire Zooka. I dropped 2 boats of heavies first, then all 4 boats of Zookas. And then I delayed the last 2 boats of heavies until a bit later, just to trickle feed those guys into the battle so that they don't all die to the first bunch of flamethrowers, machine guns. And you can see there, as they come off the boats, they slowly but surely feed into the battle and don't all die at once. The point of this hit, what I'm going to show you is, look how slow those Zookas are taking down those defenses. When you think of like max level normal Zookas, they'd be ripping through this base. But these Vampire Zookas, because they got the life leech, I think part of their balancing is they don't do as much damage, or at least that's how I'm seeing it anyway. That trade-off of a tiny bit of life leech for less damage per second isn't worth it in terms of a straight race between you and your opponent. You need to be quick, and more damage per second is quicker. So all heavies is a lot more damage per second than these guys. So keep that in mind if you're thinking about taking down bases with these Vampire Zookas, because they are slow. As you can see, they're struggling to through these things, and there's quite a few girls there too, and they're all having to shoot multiple times to take these buildings down, so they are a lot slower. That's pretty much it for this one right now. Me and Beast and probably Martin will be live tonight. We're gonna come on and we're gonna grind it out and see if we can get to gold tonight to make a proper season push out of it. So I hope you join us for that. Make sure you smash that like button, guys, because we all know you love Heavy Rush, so hit that like button. I will catch you next time, guys. Have fun today, and I'll see you tonight. And as always, happy shipping.